So let me just give me a second. All right, so in this problem, we want to find the area between the two curves. Now, we want to make sure that we sketch the graphs so we can figure out which would be the higher function, which would be the lower function. Here, obviously, the higher function would be f of x, but we just want to make sure that we figure out, again, because not every one of these has the same, it's not the same for every one of them. So we want to have the practice of actually sketching the curves and then figuring out the bounds of integration and do the area between the curves. Okay, so let me fix this here. So here we have two functions, f of x equals negative x squared plus 10, and g of x is x squared plus 2. Let's first graph f of x equals negative x squared plus 10. Okay, so when x equals 0, of course, y is equal to 10, so we want to put this in here like this. When x equals 1, f of 1 is negative the quantity 1 squared plus 10, which is negative 1 plus 10, which is 9. So we want to plot the point 1, 9. And you want to plot as many points as possible. So then we do negative 2 squared, so f of 2. Be negative 2 squared plus 10, which is negative 4 plus 10, which is 6. So when x equals 2, y equals 6. So we want to go ahead and plot this here. Okay. And the reason why we're sketching it is because, again, it's just to visualize the shaded area that we're trying to find the integral of, or the area between, using integration. So let's do f of 3. So f of 3 is going to be negative 3 squared plus 10, which is negative 9 plus 10, which is 1. So when x equals 3, y equals 1. So right here, oops. And then when x equals 4, so f of 4 is going to be negative 4 squared plus 10, which is negative 16 plus 10, which is negative 6. So when x equals 4, y is negative 6. So let's put this here. Okay. When x equals 5, obviously, and I believe that is it's going to go over the curve, or over the y-axis. So it's going to go lower. So that is the most we can plot on the right side. Now we want to just reflect it. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just, sketch this. So to the best of my ability, just sketch a parabola, right? Should look something like this, okay? And now we're gonna do x squared plus 2. So again, you just want to do a table of values and try to, I guess, mentally, you can also do this mentally, right? So when x equals, let's do when x equals negative 4. So obviously we can't do negative 4 squared plus 10, I think. Actually, we can. Or no, I'm sorry, wait. 4 squared plus 2. Yeah, we can do that. So let's try to pick values in where we can do, that do fit in this graph. So let's start at negative 2. So negative 2, it's going to go negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And we're just going to sketch the curves. So now it's going to be negative 2 squared plus 2, which is 4 plus 2, which is 6. So 6, negative 1 squared plus 2, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3. So 3, 0, 2, and then 1. It would be when x equals 1, 1 squared plus 2, that's 3. Then when x equals 2, 2 squared plus 2 is 6. And that would be the last value that we're sketching. So here we're going to plot the points negative 2 comma 6. So negative 2 comma 6, and let's do this in blue, right? Because that's g of x, right? G of x is x squared plus 2. So let's do it in blue. Okay. So negative 2 comma 6, negative 1 comma 3. Okay. So and then 0, I think it was 0, 2, right? 0, 2, and then you're just going to reflect it. So 1 comma 3, and then 2 comma 6, I believe, is what it would be. Yes. So right here. Sorry. I think that would be the closest we can get, right? The best sketch we can get. And now that we have the bounds so basically we have the two intersecting points. This area, so it's going to go from here to here, okay? So really, it's going to be this shaded area, okay? And now we're just going to say, so the area from negative, it's going to go from negative 2 to 2. And it's going to be of, and let's do the function f, so f of x, it's going to be f of x, which was the first function we had, minus, so the top curve minus the lower curve, which is minus g of x. And then this is going to be with respect to x, right, dx. Now, if I do this, we get the integral from negative 2 to 2, and we're just going to subtract both functions. So f of x was negative x squared plus 10, so negative x squared plus 10, and then g of x, so, and then minus, and you want to make sure to put parentheses, guys. So put parentheses and then minus g of x, which was x squared plus 2. So it'll be x squared plus 2. And then from here, we know that it's with respect to x. So let's go ahead and just, do the entire integral. So it's going to be the integral from negative 2 to 2 of, and it's going to be negative x squared plus 10 minus x squared minus 2, which is really negative, the integral from negative 2 to 2 of negative x squared plus 10. So you just combine like terms, so negative 2x squared, so it'll be negative 2x squared, and then plus 8, right? Now let's go ahead and just evaluate this integral. So remember that from the fundamental theorem of calculus, the integral from a to b of f of x dx is equal to some antiderivative f of x, capital F of x, from a to b, which is really the net change from a to b, so f of b minus f of a. Okay, so we're just going to say, so the power rule, we're going to do the power rule, so negative 2x to the third power over 3, and then plus 8x from negative 2 to 2. So now let's go ahead and just do this. It's going to be negative 2 times 2 cubed over 3 plus 8 times 3, and then minus the quantity 2. It's going to be, I'm sorry, minus 8 times 2, excuse me. And then minus the quantity negative 2 times negative 2 cubed over 3 plus 8 times negative 2. And if we use the calculator for this, obviously, let's just kind of calculate this. It's going to be negative 2 times 8 over 3, and then plus 16 minus the quantity negative 16. I think it's actually 16 over 3, I believe. Negative 2 times negative 8 over 3. 16 over 3 minus 16. So it's going to be negative 16 over 3 plus 16 minus 16 over 3 minus 16. I'm sorry, plus 16, excuse me, because it distributes. So now we know that this is negative 32 over 3, right? Plus 32, which is really, and let's just go ahead and finish this off. It's going to be negative 32 over 3 plus 32, which is going to be 64 over 3. And this is approximately 21.3 units. So this is the area of the two curves, between the two curves of f of x equals negative x squared plus 10 and g of x equals x squared plus 2. So I hope that helps. And if anybody has questions, you can book a session. But yeah, thank you for watching.